it's all looking very bleak for the Europe All-Stars. But the only slight glimpse of optimism on the horizon is that in Kuala Lumpur, I've just seen that Malaysia have just taken the first match against the Asian All-Stars, and that was a really close battle. Sonia Chair won it in 3, 22-20 in the third, so it means that it'll be up to Lionel to see whether or not he can actually make that all-important extra point for the Asian All-Stars that will take them through to the semi-final stage. There is a big battle here in prospect, because in terms of their world rankings, these two players we see on court right here are 32 and 33. And the girl from representing Europe, the left-hander with back to camera, Carolina Marin at 32, has really, really impressed us. She's lined up against Bellaetrix Manuputy of Indonesia, who also has got a real quality stroke and all-round game. And there's even word that Carolina might even spend a little time down this neck of the woods trying to increase her experience and so on. I mean, she's now even learning some words of Bahasa Indonesia as well. So she's obviously enjoying her time here. The experience that she's gained from the Axiata Cup here in Surabaya has been huge. And everyone is saying that Carolina Marin has the potential to go forward and be a real contender for top honors in the world of badminton. I don't think you're going to disagree with that, Toto, do you?
No, not at all. After seeing her in the last 5 matches, once again, it's not about the opponent, but how she comes back, how she performed. You know, after being down, after being pressured, she was always able to come out on top. So that's a extremely, extremely rare that you own that kind of mental, as well as you don't teach that. You know, there's one thing that we want to know about her, how much she's willing to work and sacrifice to be where she thinks she wants to be.
Well, I'd just like, I mean, on behalf of all of us in here in Surabaya at the DBL Arena, Toto and myself, I'd just like to say to Mr. and Mrs. Marin at the moment, and I know you're watching because I've just been talking to your daughter. They said that you wanted perhaps to come out, but you've got commitments at work. But I know that you are watching online at the moment on the Axiata Cup TV. So it's just wonderful to have you join us, and I know that you have been thoroughly enjoying the 5 victories that your daughter has actually come up with on behalf of the European All-Stars. So it's really fantastic to reach across the world and know how interested you are in what is happening in this part of Surabaya and Indonesia in general. The Axiata Cup was created to reach out and find families and stars just like Carolina. There's no doubt at all she has got a huge future.
Well, that future is the one that she's going to bank on it, and of course, she's going to use it as much as she can, because the opportunity that she is getting, like you mentioned, she's going to spend more time in Indonesia, probably go to the national training camp, and where she plays and training with the Indonesian players.
Well, you can't think of a better group of people to work with, to be quite honest. I think this is going to be superb. Carolina Marin, she gave her place up to Tina Baum, who got a bit of an injury yesterday as well, in the process of losing to Carolina Marin has got her place back. She is serving love all.
Well, one thing about Manuputy, I mean, she is still not the #1 player in Indonesia for singles, but the prospect that what she had in the All England all the way to the 4th round, I think it's amazing. So, in my opinion, she could be the one.
It's on the line, I think.
Yes.
So an error of judgment there, but I like her body language. She has a bit of a smile there. She's got a great maturity, and that was a hit that came through strongly on the cross court for 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, Manuputy Players that I've seen her the last couple of times here in Superliga. She did tremendously as well.
She's so quick. Wow. Around the head as well. She doesn't have to move that extra half stride. Just around the back. Okay, we've got a different camera angle there on the replay, but around the back of the head is an extraordinary talent. She's very patient as well. I like to see that. That's where Tina Baum says yesterday that she had a great feel and a good game the first one, enjoyed it, but then when she struggled with a bit of a thigh injury, she got a bit impatient and it all went awry. Too good. 5-1. This is looking excellent for Marin.
Yes.
That would be something, wouldn't it? Going through undefeated 6 in a row and then not actually reaching the semi-finals.
Indeed. Yeah, well, see, suddenly Manuputy is playing with a very tentative. You know, she missed hit that one.
Yeah. I think she's feeling the pressure of the home crowd as well. The expectations are high. That's out.
Well, that's a good start. Let's see if she can bank it with a few points in a row from Manuputy.
2-6. It's super.
Yeah, sorry, John. I mean, Manuputy wants to put more rally into it, but you know, Marin is looking or seeing a very short shuttle, so it needs to be put away. I mean, a few times.
It's well left again. She's got an all-round game. You know, she's very bright as well. And in fact, talking to Nathan Robertson, he said, I'm really impressed. She's tried to learn phrases. She tried to, you know, to actually speak a few phrases of Bahasa Indonesian, which in itself is just an extraordinary thing to do for a youngster coming out to a new country for the first time. It just shows an ambition which is very impressive.
Well, as for Manuputy right now, what she needs to do, I know she's a little nervous. She's down 3-8, and she has to move with her feet.
I thought for a minute you were going to say you suggest you'd learn a bit of Spanish, but...
Se habla español.
Ah.
Yeah, bien.
Have you been watching Dora the Explorer? Is that where you get it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that. That's one of my, I'm sorry, not my favorite one. I don't want it, you know. There are a few of them that I had to go through with my children, but that was, I remember that. Nope, not me.
Okay, let's go into the game. It's 3-8.
So once again, that footwork. You gotta get up there.
9-3.
I'm talking about Manuputy. So get up quicker.
9-3. Carolina Marin in control at the moment. And well left.
Wow. This is very, I mean, you know, but this is only first game. You saw what happened to yesterday. Intanon. She seems like out of it.
I think this is a different ball game. I think that Marin has got a very, very wise head on her. For such a young body, we go to the break. It's the interval at 11 points to 3, and just fingernails holding on to this ambition to get into the semi-final stage in the Axiata Cup. And I have to say again, Tina Baum is there as well, although we see a replay right here.
Yes.
Tina Baum is there and talking. She's now retired. So we've got a Dane, Tina Baum. We've got a Dutch.
As a coach.
Dutch coach. We've got Martin. Van der Malen, and now obviously between them they are giving huge advice And I think that she's bright enough, Carolina Marin, to
20
take that
seconds,
advice
20
on board
seconds.
and do something about it. That's what I like about the potential.
Yes, look at her. She is really naughty. She is understanding. But once again, yeah, probably both Martin and Tina telling her, well, if your opponent continue to make mistake, let her. You know, don't change.
11-3.
Manuputy has to start moving better.
She's just too good. She's just very, very impressive. At the net as well, 12-3. It's full of confidence. We said yesterday, or we said the day before rather, when we saw her play, how much this win, if she does win 6 out of 6, how much it could do for Spanish interest. Just long is 13-3. How much it could do for Spanish interest in this game of badminton, which at the moment is obviously significantly lower than tennis and soccer and all the other sports that you associate with Spain. I mean, it's just got an enormous potential. She is just dragging her all over the court. Oh, too good. Well done. Beautiful rally. It's out. And Manuputy wins the battle of the best rally of the match.
Well, that was going to be huge. The confidence for Manuputy, like you said, how big it's going to be for Spain badminton. Hey, you know, you started with somebody. You can tennis, Sanchez Vicario, same thing. Now we have Nadal. We have so many different players from tennis now. But once again, it's started with somebody.
Bjorn Borg did it with tennis in Sweden.
Yes.
Just look at it.
Yeah.
It's so important to have these brand ambassadors, these stars. Good work.
It is good work by Manuputy. That's 2 points in a row.
13.
I'm glad that she has a smile on it.
5-13. It's a huge uphill battle, though.
Once again, very aggressive there.
Marin.
The women's game is full of guile and style, isn't it? The power play is obviously missing just a little bit. But that said, the way in which they move, it's a fascinating way of playing the game. There's a lot of great anticipation.
Oh,
Super
like that
shot.
one.
Yep.
You know, just a delicate shot.
Service over.
Placing
14.
is very important.
6-14. She's on it, and that's the first time we've seen her really clench her fist and celebrate. She knew, she's followed it in, and that is that's such a big thing to do. That is natural. You can't teach that. It's very natural. She knew exactly where it was going to be, so she anticipated the return and came up and absolutely killed it. 15-6. And now at 16-6. This is a huge disappointment for Indonesia, but it's not just a statement for Europe. It's more than that. It's a statement for badminton expansion in general, I think. Just long.
Now we'll watch about how they put react in the second game, but because this is a little too far to come back, but you never know. Well, look
it's
at that.
just too good.
Yes.
The option
Service
was, the
over.
main option was, she thought it was going to be a
17-7.
cross-court, closed racket head. But that one down the line, it was, I mean, she just didn't have a clue where it was going to go. 17-7. I mean, to be fair, Toto, this is a realistic score, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what I said yesterday, that this, at least the European has advantage on this women's single. It didn't matter with this, you know, between Tina or Marin, but this is surprising indeed. That's very good play. Finally,
Service over. 8.
Manuputy is able to put away the shuttle.
Yep, she did really well there to stay in the rally and then come up with the winning shot, 8-17. She needs to do it more often now.
Oh,
It's in.
Service
yes, I
over.
thought it was going to
18,
flying out.
8.
still 10-point difference here.
Yeah, right on the line. It's gone and well left. It's 19-8. And again,
19-8.
just a little bit too much effort from Bellaetrix Manuputy. She just cannot find a way through. Doesn't matter what she's trying. Okay, she's won a few points, but at 19-8, wow, this is destruction, isn't it?
Well, she seems like she's unsure about clearing the shuttle to the back. A little short.
Beautiful shot. We haven't seen too many of those cross courts. She
28
played a lot
points.
2 days ago, but at 20 points to 8, it's game point. It's silenced the crowd here. They're trying to keep a little bit of sound going, but generally speaking, they're in a little bit of shock, I think.
Yes, indeed, because we are hoping for more of a resistance from both players, especially from Manuputy. Put very highly
Too
in
good.
it.
It's 21-8 in the game,
First
and
game
that
won
is
by
absolutely
Universal Star.
superb. Carolina Marin,
21-8.
she's not been perfect, but as near as that as possible to be. That really has been an exhibition from the 19-year-old. I repeat, 19 years old. She comes to the heart of badminton in the world, and she is absolutely, well, she's controlled it, she's owned it, and she will be a name to reckon with.
Well, right now, well, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. Like I said, you know, the changing position, perhaps, is going to be giving the more of a self-assurance for Manuputy. But at the end of the day, she has to create something. She has to believe in something works for her.
Just had a thought, Toto. Do you think we've been denied one of the great showdowns of the Axiata Cup?
Which one? The,
Ratchanok and Carolina Marin.
well, you know, perhaps indeed, but, you know, Tina has... this is why I was surprised to see Tina was playing yesterday, giving the opportunity for Ratchanok to have a revenge. And, but once again, if there's no injury, it could have been a different story. But you got to give him plenty credit to the Thai girl. And, yeah, you're right, because, you know, Marin has been unbeatable as well as Intanon.
And I just wonder whether or not at this stage with Ratchanok at 18, Carolina at 19, whether or not that would have been a perfect time to set down the first
20 seconds,
agenda,
20
so to speak, of the battle. Because I can tell you now, those two will be meeting on many, many occasions on the international circuit in the years to come. It will be a real battle of wills. Certainly Asia versus Europe, and of course, not forgetting that we've also got Saina Nehwal in the mix as well as the number 2 in the world at the moment. So,
Second
you know,
game,
we've got some
double
really young
play.
and talented girls, other than the Chinese, that are battling for top honours. Second game. Let's hope we get a big battle. Oh, that's good. We've now got first blood to Indonesia.
So that's the first, smash from Manuputy. Starting to get more excited.
That's what we want to hear and see. And actually, Carolina Marin has not been tested yet. So 3 or 4 points in a row, and that will just expose possible problems. It's out, it's 3-0.
Well, this seems like the strategy. Trying to save first game and come back in a second and hope for the best for the third. Did he touch that one?
She did.
She
did.
did.
Yeah.
1-3.
An agony face as well, acknowledging it. Yeah, that was a big one. 1-3.
Oh, just white.
Yeah. 4-1. Manuputy has found a little way at the moment, relying on errors from her opponent.
Well, Marin now has to work a little bit harder now. It's time to fight back.
Lovely push over the top of the serve, and then right into the corner, 2-4. She just has the ability to read it early, anticipate, and I have to say that she does it all with very, very minimal effort. She's got a great style. There's nothing really that rushed.
Wow.
It's a super rally.
Well played by Marin. Finally, she has to fight for this one.
3-4. What I like also is that she's not afraid to clear. Under just a little bit of stress, she has the patience to just keep the clears coming. She doesn't worry that she might be smashed.
Look at her facial face too. She's not, she is very relaxed, thinking clearly.
Out.
Yeah.
4-all. Yeah, one of the great things we discussed before was that she is showing us clear vision forward. She doesn't worry about things that have gone on behind and before. She always looks forward. So you can lose a couple of points if you're worried about a mistake you made. That is just in.
Service over.
But if your brain is clear, thinking about what you're going to do for the future, then you don't have a problem. Indonesia holding a slim lead. Second game.
Oh, this white.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting.
That's 7-4.
Yes. But this is completely different because at least Marin is fighting it back. Trying to make something happen. Unlike Manuputy in the first game, she just kind of strolled around along.
That was really, really good into the body. Great target. In truth, it wasn't a great push. So, all about change in the second game. 8-4. it's a superb shot.
Yes, indeed. She
And
was in control
Service
from the
over.
beginning.
Absolute
5-8.
classic backhand at the net. Just look at this. Oh, super. Beautiful style. And they've been working hard. The umpire allows the towel down. It's quite warm here inside the DBL arena in Surabaya. There's a lot of people crammed in here. And they're making a lot of heat. We had a big storm this morning as well.
Yes.
You weren't caught in that, I hope, were you?
No. I was still sitting in the coffee shop enjoying my last cup of coffee.
Lots of good coffee in Java.
Yeah, I've been, pushing you to try that.
That luwak, is it?
Yes, luwak.
No, luwak, believe it or not, people, if you're listening to me, you don't want to hear what it comes from. The civet cat, let's put it this way, has passed it before you get to it. It's a very strange thing. Very, very interesting.
Delicate. But if you're a coffee lover, you should try it. Because, it's a little bit... I can't tell you. Just try it, John.
L-U-A-H, luwak, yeah?
Yeah, luwak.
6-8 is the score, with Carolina Marin in the service. Having taken the first game easily, she's under a lot more pressure in the second.
Just wide.
Yeah, it was.
But both Santina and Martin urging her to, come on, put a pressure, try. Oh, a little white there.
Oh, that was,
Yes.
I was complimenting her for coming up with those clears when really a lot of people will be tempted to come up with a big smash, but on that occasion it was wide. Now she's under a bit of pressure. 10-6, Manuputy. Another super rally developing here just before the interval. That is it. It's 11 points to 6. Manuputy happy with that one, and she has turned her fortunes around with a very, very aggressive style. She's hanging in the rallies and she's winning the big points.
Yeah, at the end of that rally, she said, I do mean that. Oh my gosh, do I have to play this way all the way through?
Adu or Adui, is it?
Yeah, that's one thing that I do, but what a comeback. But, this is something about the side of a badminton sometimes can make it different. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, it's anywhere in the world you can play, and then perhaps it's never going to be the same on one side.
20 seconds.
It's once again, it's about the people that are in it, because the shuttlecock is very light. Even the slight breeze can change where it's going to land. And for the players, you have to make an adjustment. You got to find a way where that shuttle is going to be, and then to make a return. If the shuttle is moving, boy, that ain't easy.
Just in case you have missed it, or you've just joined us, we're in the middle of the Axiata Cup project 2013. We are in Surabaya with this Europe All-Stars versus Indonesia here on the 7th day of the preliminary rounds. We've also got coverage in Kuala Lumpur of the other 4 teams that are up there, 8 teams altogether. That's why it's 12 points to 6. And then, of course, we have, with the last 4 going through the semi-finals, it will take almost a fortnight for that then to take place in Kuala Lumpur. It's about 12 days, 12, 13 days time. And
but the reward is great.
oh, fantastic.
Just
It's
right,
out.
yes.
Service over. 7-12.
We've seen a new star in the European team, Carolina Marin. She's right here now. 5 wins from 5 matches. She's in the lead by 1 game to 0, but 7-12 in the second here against Manuputy of Indonesia.
Yes, now the push of Marin is a little short inside the
Service over.
baseline.
13-7.
Fantastic comeback by Manuputy.
Yeah, she's done well. Fair play. She has really, really done well.
Once again, that push probably is bothering
14-7.
Well, she's going to have a look at options, different options there, because that it's right into the hitting zone, and Manuputy has got a great timing on that smash. There's no backlift to it; it just comes through really strong. 14-7.
She's battling now. At least what Marin needs to do to understand that, okay, she's going to play in the 3 games, but what is she going to do if she's in the other side again? Of course, she will be. The same side where she is after half of the 3rd game.
15-7, and Bellaetrix Manuputy is in control of this second game. What a turnaround. That is in. It's 16-7.
Yes. The European is watching this.
And she's actually now, this is very unusual, complaining about the serve. She's saying, surely the serve, yeah, there you go, she's being called over now. Because she's saying, surely the serve was too high, and asking the service judge to look at it. So, wow.
Too rigid, John.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, the question. Answer it.
16-7. Not going to endear herself to the crowd, that's for sure.
No, it isn't. But she has legitimate rights to question, to ask.
Right, well, Manuputi's got the serve again. Let's have a look at it. I'm sure she will be aware of the complaint. No, that's fine. It's out. It's 8-17, but this is... Well, it's a bigger mountain to climb than Mount Bromo, which is just up the road, as we know very well.
Yeah, this is more like a Mount Agung.
Agung the Mighty, you taught me that last week. Gunung Agung, that is in Bali.
In Bali, yes. Well, we'll see this because of both the players approaching to their own coaches and speaking and probably helping it out. What needs to be done or what can help, especially for the young Spanish.
Well, this is a big challenge. 8-17.
That's a huge point because in some way you can look it up at the end, you know, hey, you know, I got 9 points and you only have 8 points from the side where Marin is playing.
Nice, great shot. Considering the net was involved, tell you, that was a
18-9.
fantastic shot from Manuputy under a bit of pressure.
Yes, indeed. I think Marin was late to react to this
Yeah,
one.
she was. She went first of all to the right and then
She
realized it
recover
was
it.
coming across court.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that we can see about Carolina is she still has a huge amount of fitness levels to achieve. You know, she is fit. She's young at 19 years old, but I believe, quite honestly, that she has an enormous amount of fitness reserves to find yet.
18-9, play.
And of course, then with that, she'll get extra speed and sharpness as well. 18-9.
Yes, she's starting to
Service over.
maybe clear her
10,
mind
18.
what needs to do.
Well, I think what she's got to do in terms of the statement here is just keep playing with aggression, and the way she is, if she picks up another 2 or 3 points before the end of this game, then she'll be pretty happy and at least would have recovered something of her form.
Oh, yes, in.
11-18.
I can tell you now, Tina and Martin will be certainly still optimistic that even now she could take the game. She's got the ability to go on a run and make very, very impressive movement here. We'll see.
Yeah, by no means it's over.
No. That's the kind of mistake we didn't see
Service over.
last game.
Yes.
Now it is over, I think. 19-11.
Instead of 12, because she had this slight momentum. The door was open a little bit and could be shut now.
Service over.
Rally,
12-19.
and with Marin winning it, it could actually make a statement for the third and final game. She's really very competitive in these long rallies.
But is she willing to do this? I mean, you know, using all the energy for the second game. I know that you said that she's still young.
Well, the bottom line is she's forcing her opponent to expend as much energy as well. So it's an interesting.
This is twice. Misses the smash and
Service
that
over.
one.
20, game point.
20 points to 12. It's game point to Bellaetrix Manuputy, sorry. 2012 means that it's going to be leveled up at 1-all in this women's singles.
Oh, just wide.
Outside, the crowd thought it was in.
Service over. 13-20.
Again, great atmosphere here in the DBL arena. That's short. The hardest point to win is the last
14-20.
one.
But you're right now. Right now, Carolina is just riding. Hey, you never know, you know.
The odds are certainly stacked heavily in Manuputi's favor at 14-20, 6 game points. It's up, it's 21-14. We will go to a third and rubber game here in this women's singles. Marin has been pulled back in. She's been reined back in after a superb first game. Reality has kicked in, and the Indonesian girl, Bellaetrix Manuputy, has won 21-40. toweling down. The anticipation is here, not just because Indonesia are doing so well at the top of the leaderboard and the team standings, but because this is a fascinating matchup between two up-and-coming players from two different parts of the world. One from a very, very traditional badminton-playing nation, badminton-loving nation. One from a nation that really has no
Final
major
game.
idea what the game is
Double
about. They play
play.
it in small clubs, but never at the professional level at this standard. But Marin, representing Spain and the Europe All-Stars, is looking to try and get a memorable all-victory campaign here in the Axiata Cup. That's a great start for Manuputy.
Yes, indeed. Now Manuputy, she knows she is going to fight for this one.
It opened up the court brilliantly. First down
Service
into
over.
the forehand side clear,
1-4.
then the backhand side clear, and Marin played a most exquisite half-court shot for 1-all. It was a superb rally.
Oh, yes, indeed, because, you know, we know that was Manuputy will play a lot better from where she is now compared to the first game.
This is a great battle, the best we've seen for a long time.
Oh,
This could be the battle of will. That's what's so interesting here. Two young girls playing. You know, probably one of these days, the BWF needs to ask or need permission to have the girls to bring their own towel to mop the floor. Just do it.
2-1. Well left.
Ooh.
That was so well read. Very clever.
That was not very much, though. She
No.
knew immediately as soon as Manuputy hit that one, she just let it go, see? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's very clever. And that, again, that puts pressure on Manuputy. No,
She shouldn't take
no.
that one, Manuputy. No. No way.
4-1.
She
That was
shouldn't.
out.
Yes.
Well, we're going to see the
Oh,
final
Marin.
shot here. We know that was well in. But prior to that, you know, she...
Right there, yes.
Yep. Gee whiz. Anyway, it's all fallen right into the lap of Carolina Marin. She's really pleased about that. Lost the first
Yes.
point, and since then has picked up the next 4. So I'm sure she'll be really pleased with what she's doing here. Watching the lines, leaving when she has to, playing what she has to. It's great.
A little short here.
And she didn't do a great deal with that either. There was not
No.
much power, just placement into the body for 5-1. And again, the crowd go off the boil a little bit.
It's still in.
Oh, it's come over, it come over.
Yes, it did.
So 2 and
Service
5.
over.
Very lucky there,
2-5.
because Manuputy needs to anything that she can start some kind of a rally or momentum, finding a way.
One of the things we said before during the tournament is that this Marin, Carolina Marin, has this great ability to forget what's going on negatively. And I think this is a perfect example. She lost the second one comprehensively. Already that's behind her. She's looking forward. That was a little bit
Anxious.
yeah, wanted to kill it.
5.
But same thing, Manuputy, she knew that she was in not so favorable side at the first game.
We've got a 3-5, not a 6-2 as it says on our scoreboard there. It's 3-5.
3-5.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, Manuputy was caught in two minds. She
Service
really
over.
couldn't get a clear on that one.
6-3.
Just had to play it, and wow, the Goliath that Marin is right over the net. Not going to miss that.
No, it isn't.
No wonder she's shaking her head. That was disappointing. 6-3.
She's behind there. Yeah, Manuputy was way behind,
7-3.
trying to clear.
Well, when you are in the center and the tee like this, look at where she is. Just a little bit behind the tee, but there's no way that Marin was going to miss that.
But look at the Manuputy that she has to stretch back.
Great adjustment and a big finish. It was beautiful. Absolutely stunning to watch at 8-3.
John, we knew what was he going to do. I mean, you're looking at this. She was playing side to side. At the end, you knew that smash was coming.
Again, she's back in the mode and the mood of the first game.
As well as Manuputy needs to gain more points here. She can't be too far behind.
Oh, that's a stunner. No wonder she pumps the hand.
9-3.
I tell you, she is just, once she is in the mode and the mood, she has got some fantastic shots. Unexpected, maybe. But just look at this scoreline at 9-3 in the third.
That was the first time she threw that kind of a shot.
I think she missed a couple
Yeah.
before that. That's better.
Yes.
4-9. It gets the crowd
Service
going
over.
again.
Well, Manuputy needs to have some kind of positive before.
I think,
Changed.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I think one of the changes here is that although she played that one down the middle and was unsuccessful, what Marin has been doing is playing the lines, playing the width, and really pushing her opponent. It's not just backwards and forwards at the net and at the line baseline. It's been width as well, where her accuracy's been there. And again, the patience, waiting for that opportunity for the kill to come. It's a masterful performance, I think. And performance, I think, is what we're seeing. It's very, very impressive.
There's two different players. One of them in the Marin is very, confidence when this side she's playing. And Manuputy seems like, okay, let's just try to stay as close as possible and hoping for it to be different in the second half of the sideways.
That's
Late again.
Oh, she missed it. She missed it. She set up the point, missed it at the net, and is embarrassed by it.
5-9.
And that might just give Manuputy a little bit of cause for positivity. We're going to see some more mopping here.
I'm not sure if she slipped. I mean, no. I thought Manuputy was. Yeah, that was a good get by Manuputy too.
It was, but you'd expect Marin to kill that.
Thank you.
I think the fate of the match is right here. A couple of points either side, and we could have it decided. Oh, it's absolutely stunning again. A drop shot of absolute
10-5.
precision and excellence there. Just watch this just cut across it. It is superb. 10-5.
I mean, not because she was just late. She was, oh my goodness,
It was
the
a
accuracy.
Yeah, it's a great deceiving shot. Great shot. That's beautiful.
Very nice.
Service over. 6-10.
You have to admire Manuputy. She's not giving it away. She's really hanging in here.
No, yes, indeed. And now,
Yeah.
Marin's got to be careful. You don't want to give too many points here.
6-10.
Gotta take it
She's got it. 7-10.
7-10.
Well, this is what, 3 points in a row? 4 points in a row at one point? Yes.
No, it's 3, I think,
Yeah.
now, because
10-4.
Marin picked up one.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Look at this Manuputy getting his second win.
Enjoying this one. There's a real feeling of
Play.
new blood competing very, very strongly here. The Axiata Cup has provided us with some great entertainment. We go to the break, it's 11 points to 8. Carolina Marin of Spain, and representing Europe All-Stars, is in great shape at the moment with a 3-point lead. But she's going to have to watch out, because Manuputy has definitely got a very, very keen interest in this one to not let her fans down. It's a fascinating battle.
Oh, yes, indeed. But once again, before that point won by Marin at the end, I was looking at Marin just saying that maybe she wants to close this half part of the third game. So now, as you're looking at Tina Baum with her experience, and then Lee Chu-Xia as the coach for Manuputy, very animated for both sides. Yeah. So this is going to be the real battle starts now.
There's a big screen here inside the DBL arena, and they keep looking up at it on the replays and so on. They're always very aware that whether or not they've made the right decision here and there. And I know that this is a major, major moment. Can she come through an Axiata Cup experience unbeaten? It would be an enormous
11-8.
statement. 10 more points for Marin, and she will be 6 for 6.
This is going to be probably, in my opinion, the hardest 10 points she's going to fight for.
Here we go then. It's out and well left. 12-8.
Well, in this case, Manuputy cannot be in a hurry trying to close the gap.
That's interesting. There we're looking at a replay here. Marin turns round to Tina Baum and says, yeah, I know, you got it, you're right. Don't know what the issue was, but, and that shot is 13-8.
13-8.
Whatever they discussed during the break there, it certainly works, because she gave her approval.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, she is experienced, she is a champion. Hey, you know.
Great heart from Manuputy, but absolutely dynamic play from Marin to make it 14-8.
Oh, I think, in my opinion, that Manuputy played the last 2 points, the last 3 points, especially the first 2, way too quickly. Wants to kill it, wants to get the point and start with the momentum. Nevertheless, it's a great fight from Marin. Now she's sitting a little bit more comfortable with that 3 points additional after the break.
You can't teach patience in this sport. You can't teach it, but Marin has that patience. She's prepared to just keep the shuttle in play. I absolutely agree with you there. And it means she's got that freedom because she's in control. She's got the freedom to dictate the pace. And I think, well, certainly I'd be amazed if she doesn't go on to win it now. 14-8. It's out,
right.
it's out, oh, that was a poor error. She
That's
needed
over.
to make sure that was in.
9-14.
It was just too heavy.
That's signs of relief for Manuputy.
Yeah,
John.
you bet.
Yes.
9-14.
She has to take a little bit slower. Be patient.
It's short, it's 10-14.
10-14.
I'm not sure if she could have gone both ways. No, not by much.
She's 19 years old. With experience and with the hardship of defeat, she'll learn a lot more. But at the moment, she's just staring at success. It's out.
Ooh, you know what?
15-10.
John, I'm sitting in the edge of the seat here.
15-10.
I mean, amazingly, there's two girls playing just tug of war, pulling one side another, not getting any much of a gain.
Oh, she's missed another one that she will really regret. She'll look back on this. I'm sure she'll review everything that she sees. You know, she can actually access the archive of this broadcast online. But when she sees those errors, she'll think, you know, 2 or 3 times she's absolutely had it controlled and fluffed it with just that little bit of extra anxiety.
Well, this is a good break by Manuputy, making sure that Marin to think about that missed shot. So, yes, indeed, twice that could, you know, pile up into Marin's side points. That smash that just wide, and the last one was more crucial. It was a lot more easier too.
11-15. Manuputy lines it up from the odd court.
Now we're back where he was again after the break. 3-point separation. Oh my.
And that is 16-12 and beautifully played again. Excellent stuff.
Very patient from Marin. Indeed, that, you know, Manuputy just biting for Marin to make mistakes or something like that, you know, but anyhow, that smash was not hard, but location once again. Vamos to Marin.
16-12. It's out. That really is a poor shot. She was looking like she pushed Manuputy all around the court, and she was in control of the rally. But on that occasion, just look how wide that one is. Wow.
Exactly.
13-16. It keeps her back in with a chance.
This is striking distance from Manuputy.
Yep.
And Manuputy will say, come on, ayo.
Adui.
She had to do that after the first game, or the second game.
I also hear Alama.
John, you jinx her.
Sorry about that. 17-13, and a gift, an Easter gift from Manuputy to Carolina Marin. She didn't have to pull the rabbit out of the hat or the chocolate egg or whatever else you celebrate it with. That's 17-13.
17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13. 17-13.
Good pick up. And that is way out. It's 18-13. Beautifully played, and it just shows when you are desperate and you really do put everything down the line to dive and get the shuttle back, sometimes you can win it on an error, and she's done just that. And that is now surely too much. 18-13. Manuputy has really battled well. It's been a fascinating matchup. What do you feel as an Indonesian? What is your sort of in your heart? Are you feeling disappointment for Manuputy, or wow, we've seen a new talent here?
I think more wow, because she was able to believe in her. But at the end of the day, it's about playing big points, playing at the most important point part of the game. And she had the chance, I really do, with the 16-13, and she just missed that, especially that serve.
Oh, this is bye-bye. It's 19-13.
Yes, now her body language is following her attitude as well in the court. But this is something that the Indonesian or any players got to pull out. Or like you said, pull the rabbit out of the hat or sack or anything. Fight for this one.
Still in. Sensational stuff. Here we go. It's 20 points to 13. That is quite a remarkable rally. Carolina Marin just keeps it into play, and that means now it is match point to Carolina Marin, match point to Europe. And I have to say, it's been an extraordinary matchup. Really, really enjoyed it.
One of the best one, the Axiata Cup 2013.
That is it. It's match point, isn't it? No, it's
still
still there.
But one thing
Wow.
about Manuputy has to understand that she is in the good side. You know, she has to understand that she needs to believe that she can pick up this. But I don't know, 6 point with Marin is more loose.
I tell you, no chance.
Yeah.
14-20. Manuputy facing match point here. It's 15-20. Great stuff from Manuputy.
And there was a less margin of error where she was heading. This very small space there. This is good. Manuputy is taking her time, but sometimes taking her time, thinking too much, can backfire on you.
5 match points. Marin.
Get up there, Manuputy.
Oh, great pickup. That is it. It's 21-15. And what an Easter Day celebration for Carolina Marin. It has been superb. She has been undefeated in 6 matches here in Surabaya. And just look at her wave to the crowd. We are seeing the launch of one of the big stars of the future of women's badminton. There is no doubt at all about that. She has been quite superb, mentally strong, physically very able, and I tell you what, she will be the darling of many crowds around the world. It has been a superb performance. She has won it by 2-1. It means that Indonesia altogether are in the lead by 2-1, but just that little window of opportunity still there for the Europe team to go through to the semi-finals in this Axiata Cup, because Asia have not yet quite done it.